And we're live, guys.
Oh, let's live. Like live stream too?
Yeah,
live,
live.
Live. Like
we
live.
have not been live in a minute. Yeah. Well, welcome to the Swirl Suite, everybody. Gosh, Ray, we are live. We are live.
We're actually live. For real live,
Ray's
right?
here. Yay.
We're so excited. You know, you guys are like some of my favorite people. I probably should do if I ever have breaking news, we'll have to break it with the Swirl Suite before, we get to somewhere else. And so
I
love CNN. We like it. We like it.
When people ask me about the podcast, I always compare us to The View, and I say we're The View for wine.
I love it. I love it. And everything goes with wine. I can't think of anything that doesn't go with wine. So
Absolutely.
The only thing that we're missing is a very uptight conservative person, but we can do without that.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know. I don't think that really works. So
How's everybody doing? Let's catch up. Ray, you go first.
Oh Lord, I'm on the spot. I'm doing well. I think that I'm at that point in the year where you don't want to do anything but I still have major work to do. So I've been trying to just kind of psych myself out to work through that. So if anybody has tips on that, short of drinking through it and great meals and sleep, which are probably the right ways to do that, maybe a walk or two, but there's got to be something else, either not doing the work right now or getting someone to do it for me. That would be great. But otherwise, I'm actually really good. I'm thankful for that because it was this time last year was rough. So it's been a good turn this year. So thankful. What about y'all? What have y'all been up to?
Leslie and I just saw each other at a wine event at the Jefferson Hotel this last week.
I saw those photos. I was like, okay. I was like, this looks great.
It was really fancy.
It was very fancy. And I had heels on.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, okay, first of all,
they didn't warn us.
It was a lovely event.
Mm-hmm.
Jefferson is a beautiful hotel. And it was a reception. And in my mind, reception means standing, sitting, availability to sit. I have not worn, and I don't wear high heels, but I have not worn heels in a good 24, maybe a wedge, but not a heel.
Mm-hmm.
And we stood
the entire time.
I know I did for 2.5 hours. And my dogs were killing me. Yeah. And there were no seats you could grab one and pull, nothing. It was all blocked off.
The way it was arranged, it was we took over this small, beautiful hallway in the hotel. And there was seating, but it was on the sides, way in the back. So if you sat, nobody could see you, nobody could talk to you. So
and it was blocked off. I mean, it was it was blocked off.
Yeah, they didn't warn us about that. And at least they could have had some high top tables with some stools.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it wasn't that many of us. It wasn't that many of us at all. It was maybe 15, 20 people.
Okay.
Yeah. It was to the point where I had checked my coat and there was a seat next to coat check. And I was just I just need to sit down for a second. Yeah. And so the woman at coat check was holding the coat, she was being very nice, trying to put the coat on. I was like, no, just hand it to me. I just need to sit down for a second. And you know how you're like, I don't know if I can get my foot back in the shoe if I take it off.
Yeah.
So I drove home because normally I would kick those bellies off, but I was like, how am I getting in the house?
Yeah.
If I don't have shoes on. So I
listen,
suffered through
Leslie, I'll be honest with you. I think I might be in flats from here on out unless I'm either paid to wear them, I'm wearing them at home, or I've got a seat. But I've got flip-flops in the car. It's serious these days. And then the DC ritual is that it's rough. You can't take your shoe off from the hotel or the event or whatever and get to your car because you probably are either on the street or in a parking deck. Yeah. I mean, so there's but you're right. There's no taking it off because once you do, that's it. That's it. My foot's never going to fit back in there for another 2 days.
And the bathroom was far. I was like, oh my God.
Lord.
these like marble floors. I had on really high wedges.
Okay.
And I was like, but I saw when you left, Leslie, maybe like 30 minutes after that, I was like, oh my God, I gotta lean on something or do something to give my feet a break. It was crazy. But the wine was great.
The wine was really good.
Really good.
It looked good. It looked like the selection that you guys had when I saw like the photos, it looked really good. So, you know, I was like, ooh, this looks, because Trudy, you said something about you had met one, was it a wine or was it a Prosecco that you had fallen in love with?
Cava.
A Cava.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'm glad I got to know those wines really well because they're all over $100. So probably won't see those anytime soon. But
gotcha.
yeah.
So I don't know if you saw this, Sarita, but their claim to fame is, well, one, they've been around for 5 centuries.
Mm-hmm.
And then secondly, they said that they invented Cava.
Wow.
I was like, oh, you've invented Cava. It's like, nice to know.
That's quite an accomplishment.
Yes. Yeah. But it was
also
nice.
like last thing about the tasting, the food was really good, but everything was bite size.
Yeah.
So I was starving when I left.
Yeah. Oh, me too. I went and got
starving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing about these fancy wine events. Like, can I just get like a sandwich with bread?
I would think like it's like I have to eat first a little bit before I go, and then whatever's there, and then I'm still gonna like hit stands after because chicken wings, right? So and it's not far. So I mean it's a big thing. So but no, it looked like it was a great event.
Yeah, it was great.
It was very
great. Tanisha took me to an event and spoiled me. This is many years ago, many years ago. With tequila, and ever since then I've always thought about that round robin on like what I learned and drinking tequila and things like that, and it spoiled me. So now I'm kind of like I'm like, no, I don't want that. I don't want it. I'm good. Thank you so much.
But I can help.
So Tanisha, what have you been up to though? That's like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not too much, just working and living and that kind of thing. Oh, Leslie, that face. What was that about?
So I want you to humble brag. So I'm going to lead you right now. So didn't you receive or were acknowledged for an award or publication?
Okay. Okay. I guess since I talked to Sarita about this already, I felt like I had already said this.
It's fine.
I was inducted into a wine society for Chateauneuf de Pape. And so it's called the Échansonnerie de Pape. And it's a wine brotherhood that's been around it's French, so it's been like a million years. And I was inducted into that for my good works and sharing French wine culture with all the Anglophones. So yes, that happened.
Congratulations.
I got a key. They gave me a bouquet of flowers, and it's a very nice meal after with magnums and Chateauneuf de Pape. So yes, it was great.
Guys, if you haven't seen her Instagram yet, go to Tanisha's Instagram and look at all of her footage because she is not doing it justice.
She isn't. She
I'm
is.
sorry. I don't know. No, that's what it was. It was an induction. I mean, we sat down. It was a vaulted ceiling rooms, stone. It was in the Palais de Pape. It's where the popes and the kings and stuff used to be coronated back in the day. It was in Avignon, France in the south. And, very pomp and circumstance. I didn't know what was happening. Just all of a sudden I hear two guys playing these old brass trumpets. And then there's, they walk out with the velvet flags, and then all these people walk out with these velvet robes on and these little hats and everything and all of that. And then they call each one of us getting inducted up one by one. We have to answer a question and then taste the wine, give them our answer. And then the person who recommended us to be inducted, they give a little speech for us.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
That's awesome.
It was lovely.
So what happens now, now that you've been inducted?
Oh, I put that on my resume and tell everybody every time I go somewhere and introduce myself.
Gotcha.
Do you get a title? Are you like Countess Tanisha now?
No, I mean, I probably should say that I'm like a countess or give myself a title, but no. I also earlier was inducted into the Dame d'Escoffier. So Dame Tanisha Townsend now, but that's
Congratulations.
Wow.
That is very
Wait, for those of us who don't know, because I don't know, what's that? Tell me more.
That is an organization that actually started in France, but it's very big in the States, and it's for women in food and beverage.
Oh, wow. Okay. I like
so
this.
It's popular all over
I
the
love
States,
this.
and then they have an international one. So I'm in the international branch.
Yes, girl. Let me see. Okay.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So yeah, that's that. Now I'm just trying to finish up this last week of classes. I teach tomorrow and Thursday, and then grade all their assignments, and that is that. I'll have a little time before I have to get back started again, because January 3rd, they were like, yeah, so we're ready for the seminar January 3rd. I was like, you don't want to wait?
A little break.
The 3rd. I was like, the 3rd, huh? Okay. Hey, the 3rd.
Are you planning to travel between Christmas and then, or what are you gonna do?
I'll be here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be here, because that's not enough time to go home, and with everything that's happening right now and all the hoops you got to jump through to get tests. Now the test is 24 hours before, and I just saw my dad, so we're fine.
Yeah, I was just saying the same thing. I was like, I really wanted to go to Jamaica, but that just wasn't working out. And then I was like, I want to go to New Orleans, but I'm like, after traveling for Thanksgiving, I think I'm good. I need a break.
Did you fly?
I did.
Thanksgiving?
I did. And it was still a lot. I mean, I hit Detroit and Chicago, which was great. I had a great time. But by the time I got home, I was like, yeah, so I'm not doing this again probably until next year. I don't have it. Like, I don't, it's honestly, and it's just, all I can say is there's so many people, because I think everybody's tired of being home, that I'll just be okay with staying home unless I really, really need to go or want to go. So, but for the holidays, I'm anti-holiday travel anyway, unless you're going someplace like really like Caribbean, or like someplace you're really interested, like a vacation per se. But yeah, so I'll hit it again next year.
Yeah, it is a lot of people in the airports, on the plane. I was actually slightly annoyed that the plane was full. I think I got spoiled that one time in December when there were like 7 people on the whole entire plane.
Wow.
Then I get on the plane now, it's like 7 people per row. I'm like, this is too much. It's somebody sitting right next to me, and it's kids and I'm like, so all y'all just coming back?
Yeah. And it was crazy, because Tanisha's right. The airports are just full, right? So, and it's a little bit unnerving. I mean, drop off is crazy. Pickup is crazy. Check-in is crazy. Don't check luggage. If you need to check luggage, that's a whole other thing if you're flying domestic. If you're flying internationally, I get it. But it's just a lot right now. And it seems to be even more so. Again, it's like double the traffic, I feel like, right? I went earlier in the year in June to visit to my dad's, and it was still like busy, but it wasn't anything like this for the holiday.
I need them to close the borders again.
Are they really?
No, they're not going to do that. I just want them to, because it was so nice to go back and forth. The airport was empty. Last Christmas, oh my God, the airport was empty. It was just, it was nice. Stretching out on the whole row, and then be like, I don't want to sit here anymore. I'm going to sit in another row. Those are the options. This time, I could barely make it in my own seat. I'm like,
right.
Can I get a little other armrest, sir? Thank you.
Right.
Oh gosh. So what's everybody drinking today?
I'm on my standard issue rosé, but I have a sparkling rosé prosecco, and then I have the and I probably didn't say that right, so you guys can correct me.
No,
and then
you
I
did.
have okay, because I always see the rosé prosecco, and then it has the DOC. And so that's always interesting. But I've been finding ones that I really love lately. That's probably like standard issue Prosecco doesn't necessarily agree with me, but something about the rosé I'm fine with. And then I have a flat rosé, just a basic rosé that I like to get from Trader Joe's. Y'all know I'm a Trader Joe's fan when it comes to wine. So because I can blast my budget out in different places, but I try to, keep it reasonable. So
Trader Joe's does it right.
They do. And I honestly have to say like them and I think like Total Wine and then like Chat's Liquors, like I'll stop in to all of them and sort of try to get a mix. The grocery stores here in DC have been, I would say, upping their game lately, right? With like the things that I find. So I try not to ignore those, but as a standard issue, it's always typically for me a rosé or I had a Fumé Blanc that I bought from Costco a couple of weeks ago, and I got to go back and get more. This was incredible. I like that one too.
Oh, before I forget, I was in Costco Sunday. So so Costco has a Cremant for $12, $12.99 of rosé.
Really?
Yeah, so check that out before they all sell out. But
I will.
Yeah,
you have to be real serious about the Costco. Whatever's there, buy it. So
yeah, you can't wait because it won't be there later.
Yeah. Leslie, what are you drinking?
I am drinking a sparkling rosé.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice, simple.
I'm drinking I'm sort of sipping both of them, but it's two reds from my advent calendars. So this is the one from the Wall Street Journal calendar, and it's a Cabernet from Chile. And this one, Deep Roots, this looks like, I don't know, it might be it's a blend. It's a blend from France. So I'm sipping on these two. So they're fun. My advent calendars have been really fun so far. The Costco one, larger bottles, but wine's not as great. But the Wall Street Journal one that has smaller bottles, their one's pretty good.
Oh.
Yeah, pretty good. So
you always get there right on time for those advent calendars, and I'm always jealous because by the time I get there, they're gone. So
and I always post it.
You do.
So people who
and I
live
can
in
never
DC,
get there.
people who live in DC can just run and get them. But yeah, I get it though. Yeah. Tanisha, are you drinking anything tonight?
I'm drinking tea.
Okay.
In my Ventoux mug. So the mug is wine related. But I did go to a wine tasting earlier tonight. It was at the Embassy of Switzerland, and it was for Switzerland. So that was very interesting. I had some nice Merlots. I was surprised with those because I was like, so Switzerland does Merlot well, huh? There was this other grape that I had never heard of. It is a cross between Gamay and then a German grape. And she pronounced it for me 3 times. And after that, I was like, I'm not asking you again. I can't say that word. So it's a blend of a cross of Gamay and then something else.
Interesting.
They did together to make a new grape. Some examples of it were good. Then a couple of them were like, oh, this needs a little more time.
So I have a question, Tanisha. How do you know if it needs more time and it's not just a bad wine?
It's certain flavors when it needs more wine. Sometimes if it's like rough or it has like a green kind of character, time will smooth that out and time will help that. But if it's like astringent or bitter, then no, it's just bad.
I got it. Fair enough. Okay, so I was right because there's like every now and again, I rarely meet a wine I don't like, but every now and again I'll buy one. I'll be like, no, I'm not going back to it. So
yeah.
So I have a question for y'all. So I had a physical a few weeks ago, and my doctor was a Black woman. And once I told her, you always have to expose what you do because I don't lie about how much I drink. I'm very honest with my doctor. And she was like, "So you do what now?" And she was just like, "Okay, I'll have more questions about that after we're done here." I wasn't sure if she meant like medical history questions, but she was like, "So I like sweet reds." I was like, "Oh shit, here we go."
Did you tell her that was not medically healthy for her?
My honest response was like, "Girl, you're a doctor. You
Right?
don't have to
come on.
this."
It don't have to be this way, sis.
It doesn't. But I suggested Gamay and I suggested Zinfandel. Is there a wine that you guys will recommend for people who like sweet reds? Because I do hear that a lot from a lot of us.
I have like 3 in mind, but I'll have to I wasn't prepared for this, but I can see the bottles. One is at Trader Joe's and it's got a really pretty floral bottle, but I'll have to find it. There's another one, of course, and you guys don't hate me for this, but those who love sweet reds, because they really specifically say, I want a sweet red, Jam Jar in Costco seems to go over really well with people.
And then the Jam Jar.
Yeah.
And then there's another one. Actually, I've got it in my refrigerator right now. It's cold because someone gave it to me as a gift, and I'm not really as into it, but I think it's like slightly sparkling. Like it has a little bit of because a lot of them, they seem to have like they're sparkling quite often, right? When they're
Sometimes,
sweet, which is interesting. So, but yeah, there's a couple of them, but there's one that I can think of that I can see the label in Trader Joe's, but I don't buy it because I really don't like sweet wines like I used to, unless it's specifically a dessert wine, like, or something. So
I know I have to do a better job of, because people tell me they like something and I want to veer them in another direction.
Every time I'm like,
I want you to go this way with me. But I mean, everybody's not trying to explore their palate, and they like what they like. So yeah, I have to be better.
That's true. But the reason I actually try to move people in other directions or try to help them expand it, because there's so much wine out there.
Yeah.
And if you limit yourself, if you say like, I just like sweet reds, I feel like you were so limiting yourself to like 5 different things, as opposed to the 45 things you could be trying if you, stretched it just a bit. So that's why I kind of am like, oh, well, do you want to try this? Or maybe you like this? Because the sweet red category is not that large.
It's not at all.
It's not. There's
you're not talking dessert, you're just talking like sweet. So you legit might have like 5 things you could drink. I mean, you want to drink Stella Rosa and Rosa Red LA all day? No.
Right.
So there's Gordy Vineyard, if you're local Maryland. Okay. They have a Chamberson Merlot blend, and which is a sweeter, a little more robust red, if that makes any sense. And then our girl from Indiana, Sip and Share, she makes a couple sweet reds, also a part of her 7 deadly sins. Yeah, and you can get the 175 size. Like if you just want to try it, you can get the 175 from her.
Excellent suggestions.
Yeah, there's a couple, and I'm trying to think of the winery I was in Maryland that's along the street. This one is in PG County though. They're on the back side, like on the southernmost side. And I think I had a sweet red there the other year, and I was just like, I was blown away. It was actually good. All their wines are good.
Romano's?
It may be Romano's. It's the one that has the barn with the pretty lights in the cornfield.
Oh, that is a Robin Hill.
Yes, I think it was Robin Hill. And they had like a dark rosé that kind of acts like a sweet red, but it's a rosé, and it was a little sweeter than what I normally drink, but it was good. But I do love their wines. They're great.
Yeah. They do it. They do a very good job there.
So guys, I have some holiday questions before we go after dark. Okay. So it's only 5. So here they are. If you were to make a gift for someone, what would it be?
I were to make it?
Yes, something, you make with your hands. Yeah. You know, say you're exchanging gifts with somebody. Yeah.
I would, if I like knew them very well, I'd make them a photo album.
Oh, nice.
Because then you capture the memories and what have you.
That's very nice.
Mine is food, probably baking. I bake a lot, but I don't actually bake a lot anymore. So I used to bake a lot. So I was known for like some of my breads and sweet breads. So probably something like that.
Yeah, same. I don't bake much, but I can bake cookies. So I would just put them in a tin. Oh, one year I gave somebody, I gave my coworkers like little bottle of infused liquors. So I think I just infused it with
infused liquor or a bottle cocktail. Like just put it in a mason jar and tighten it up.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice.
Merry Christmas.
Those infused sugars and things like that too are nice. Like where you, but you have to plan. Like how long does it take liquor to infuse? Because with like I thought it was like, isn't it some time for it to really do its thing?
It depends. You can do it.
It was like, no,
not very long. Yeah, not very long.
I might need to put that on my list of things to do then. So
All right, next question. What is your favorite gift from a Black business?
Mm. So one is that sign. I love that from Rayo and Honey. I love all of her stuff. I gotta say, a friend of mine, she always does jewelry. Lingua Nigra, she's out of Chicago, and she does incredible jewelry. So, and then there's what's on my list though right now is there's a maker, and her name is Omi Woods, and she does these coins that have like there's a Black Queens collection of like Sheba or Cleopatra, and then like they have countries like Jamaica or Ghana, Trinidad. So she's got like a coin collection for necklaces and like bracelets, and you can do it in like you can have them made in any metal. So it can be either sterling or plated gold. And then she also has an option to where you can actually buy like 14 karat gold, 18 karat gold. So that's like on my high end like list of someone else to buy it for me list. So
Well,
hints.
Let's just have the hints. I didn't get this gift, but I gave this gift to my girlfriends last year, and it was Ray's book.
Oh, thank you.
And they all loved it.
I love that.
They all loved it.
Thank you. Also, wait, so we're here. So I have to shamelessly plug.
Well, you gotta do it. You gotta do it.
I gotta shamelessly plug. It's so great. Sarita's book. Because I pulled it out. I was like, oh, where's my book? Like, and I love it. It's such it's a fun activity and you learn at the same time. So
I appreciate it.
Good job, Sarita.
Thank you so much. Tanisha, you have one?
From a Black business, probably hair stuff, first of all. And by hair stuff, literally anything having to do with hair. What would I like to receive? There's this girl who does bathrobes, like nice little satin bathrobes with matching hair wraps. I think it's S Desire brand on Instagram. And I want one of them bathrobes.
Like it's an S.
I want to be a bathrobe wearer at home. I've been in hotels or the past few times, and I always put on the bathrobe and walk around and do videos in the bathrobe. So like I want that to be a thing for me in 2022. Then I'm just having these conversations with my audience in a bathrobe, drinking wine.
I mean, it screams luxury. I like that.
Yeah. So
yeah. So I have two. There is a coffee company, a Black coffee company called Black and Bold, and it's BLK and Bold. But they they have coffee. You can get coffee beans or ground coffee or loose tea, and it's really good. And I love them. And of course, my girl Nikki Brooks, Brazil in the jar. Shea butters and the oils and sprays and soaps, everything.
I got one more to add because her stuff is hard to get. Lolly Ceramics, and she's on Instagram, and she did she does these really incredible mugs. Like I know I featured one of them that I managed to get.
I saw that on your page before.
On Instagram, and she has a collection. This whole collection of like 100 different mug designs, but they're like huge, and they're all these like crazy designs to the handles on the mug, and so and they're wonderful. And I found them through a sister that I follow on that line, Freckles, PHRE, KLES, and she does a lot of design and like home stuff or whatever. So, and her feed is wonderful, but that's how I found it. But you cannot get, like she releases them a few times a year, but you literally have to be sitting there ready to go. It's like a Beyonce ticket almost.
Yeah.
You're not going to get the mug unless you're ready. So when they had them again, I bought like 3. I was like, now I'm not rushing, but I still want 1 or 2 more.
Gotcha.
I feel like that in my robe that Tanisha was talking about. I'm with you on that robe, Tanisha. I like that idea.
Yeah, I have 3 robes. I'm really into robes, so I'm definitely. Say the name again of the
S Desire. I think
like the letter S.
To look it up. Yes.
Okay. All right.
And it's like matching headbands that she has to go with it too if you want to pull your head back, pull your hair back. Yeah.
That's such a cute idea. All right, next question. What is a reasonable, safe gift for a new friend? Say somebody you don't know that well.
I always say gift cards.
A
But
bottle
that's
of
just
wine
me.
is what they're getting.
Okay. What did I have down? I had a candle. Candles are pretty safe.
Mhm.
It's not necessarily unisex, but I mean, everybody can burn a candle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say no.
No? You don't think candle is unisex?
Not that candles aren't unisex. I think, especially when you start getting into the scented candles or what have you, that's
Okay.
almost kind of like picking a perfume
Good
for
point.
someone because you don't know what scent they have or what have you. And believe it or not, some people have a real phobia of candles.
I can see that.
Especially if they're a new friend, like you don't know them, what have you.
Okay, so what would you get, Rosie?
Oh, I don't know.
She's like, I mean, I don't know, but like,
I don't know. But maybe like a gift certificate, or if they're a friend of mine, we probably have been out to eat someplace. So maybe like a gift certificate to that restaurant.
Okay. I used to like receiving like mugs, like travel mugs. Just like a really nice one, and maybe with the little infuser that it comes with sometimes. That's a pretty safe gift.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else. Like, I feel like there's people, and I always say I wouldn't give wine because like I met someone recently who's sober, and I would not have guessed that he doesn't drink, and I was like, oh, okay, right. So I would probably get a candle. I can usually get it out of somebody, like in the sense of what are you wearing or what cologne or perfume they have. I can kind of figure it out from there if they can tell me what notes they like or don't. But most people don't even really know that far into it. So a lot of times
you said this was for a new friend, yes?
Yeah.
So you kind of know this person?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or you know what? I know this sounds kind of corny, but I would give them scratch off lottery tickets.
Oh man. I mean,
we used to have those in our white elephant game.
You can't go. I mean, with somebody will say no.
Right.
Yeah, I can't even lie. Mess around and give me one. I'd be so excited. I'd be like, praise the Lord. Look at this.
Yeah.
Unless all of them was losers, then I'd be like, well, this sucks. But
I guess it was fun in the hope that I
right.
That lasts approximately 10 minutes. Then you're like, well, all hope is gone. Dashed amongst the rocks.
Leslie, look, you can always give me. I'm not going to even be mad. Give me one, because I'll be like, please, Lord, let me scratch off. Lord, can we get that $250,000 guy? Lord, please. I'd be
that'd be such a game changer in your life. 250,000.
250,000. I mean, I can't quit, but I can be like, I'm gonna be out for a week or two. I'll holler at y'all.
You can
with or without pay, it doesn't matter.
Not quit, but you can take a pause. You can take a pause for 250.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
I won't turn it down.
All right, last question about the holiday gifts. What gift card do you always appreciate?
The Visa one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's somebody would say that.
The Visa one.
Amazon or
Amazon is a close second.
Yep, I ain't gonna lie to you though. I love a Costco cash card, and it's because of Costco's policies. So you get let's just say you get a $150 Costco cash card. You can go in and shop, and they'll give you the remainder of the money off the card.
I didn't know that.
Oh, they finna change that policy now. You just told them.
I did not know that.
It's live on YouTube. Okay.
Just saying. I mean, they may have changed the policy, but it used to be that if you had a Costco cash card and you went and you spent the money, like let's say I go in there and I buy $100 worth of stuff. I mean, it's easy to spend $150 there, but I'm like, oh, I'm not going to be back for a little bit. They'll give you that $50 remaining.
Wow.
Or they used to. I don't know how they've changed it or what, but either way, I'm not mad at the Costco cash card. I will. And wait, so I was talking about on Instagram today. I was cleaning and trying to reorganize my house. Y'all, I found a honey baked ham gift card that I got at like one of my jobs years ago. and it still has $60 on it. So guess who's already like dinner has already been determined at this point.
I thought you were about to say you found a honey baked ham, like
No,
the ham,
not ham, just a card, just a gift card.
Some random
I mean,
ham in the back of the fridge.
I wouldn't have put that at the top of my list, but it's the holidays, so I'm like, oh, guess we won't have to cook for either Christmas or New Year's. It's one of the two, as far as like the ham or something else. I mean, I'll still have to cook my sides, but I'm like, well,
That's
look at this.
But if you got the ham taken care of, you can probably get a ham and a roast, or maybe
you could. And that's what I was like, I can get a smoked turkey and like a little bit of ham and mind my business and keep pushing. So so I wasn't even mad at it.
Grab you some sides. Girl, you
what about you, Tanita? What about you, Sarita? Where would you want one from?
Oh, let's see, Amazon like you all, but Target always.
That's true.
Always wins.
You
can always get something from Target.
Mm-hmm.
So those two. I don't really like Walmart, but yeah, Target and Amazon were my answers. Yeah.
Walmart can save you though. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I mean, if your TV decides it wants to blow up, a $250 TV at Target works really well. Ask me how I know. I mean, at Walmart works well. Ask me how I know. So roll out of there and you're like, man, this was cheap. It's the cheapest place I've seen.
Yeah. No, I get it.
That's true.
All right. Oh no, you about to say something?
Oh no, I was gonna say I would take a Nordstrom's one.
Oh,
for their half yearly sale. Take it for the half yearly. I would go to town.
Yeah.
A Nordstrom gift card is on that list of luxury items. You're right.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
What a gift card is for. If you get a Nordstrom gift card for $25, well,
I mean, you just
you can go to the cosmetic counter.
True.
Yeah.
True.
It may knock off that $150 perfume I want. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm okay with spending the 100 now or something. So I'm not gonna
we getting there.
Or Spanx. Definitely in the accessories lane. You could, I
won't turn it down.
No, not at all.
Man, I haven't been to Nordstrom in so long with the pandemic. I think I went in there for a hot second some months back, but like shopping in the stores has also changed so much, so like it's almost like you have to buy online if there's something specific you want, because unless I happen to be around there and just pop in, you get disappointed otherwise. So
I mean, it's true, especially when you're not the average size.
Girl,
it's very, it can be very hard to shop because I sort of like lost like hope in clothes, but I decided to do something different. And this is not like a sponsor or anything, but Stitch Fix. I started that 2 months ago. And their questionnaire is extremely, extremely detailed. And I don't know how they got my size perfect, but they did. So I've been using that, and that's been like pretty helpful.
Okay, that's nice to know. I've been wanting to order from this one brand called Shakti because they take your measurements. You can take your measurements and have it made to measure. And then they will also adjust things. Like if you see like a dress, you can adjust the way the collar is shaped.
Oh, wow.
Or the sleeve is shaped if you want a cap sleeve versus a longer one or 3/4 length. Or if you want some of the dresses, if you wanted like a floor length versus a T length, like you can do that. And I had a coworker some years ago who everything she wore was from Shakti. That's all she did. So I've got like a couple of dresses sitting there and I just need to get my measurements, but they've got some nice pieces that I was like, and you can basically customize it. So that's like on my list of things to do, but you're right. The shopping in store is like a no-go. No.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I haven't been to Old Navy since they put all the sizes in the store. So that's something like that was on like my list of things to do, but my patience for the holidays is low. So I'm still probably gonna shop online with that.
I like Old Navy, but it's, how do I say? I describe it as my play clothes because I'm just looking at your thick thighs save lives sign behind your head. I also have thick thighs and I will burn through jeans.
Oh yeah.
If they're not made properly, it'll be a hole right where my thighs are. So it's like, I can't even bother with like, and it's not just Old Navy, it's that whole line. It's Banana Republic, it's Gap, Old Navy, and I feel like J. Crew, maybe. But yeah, I burned through all of those jeans.
So I bought some jeans by this company called Maurice's, and I bought them, and I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I bought them for like $5, and I was wearing them like on construction sites when I was a PM in construction. But I realized eventually that they fit me perfectly. But I'd worn them so much that, you know, that hole in the thigh started.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I came out of construction, they're still cute. But right now, they're almost inappropriate, but I'm still wearing them. So I just...
Girl, get that hole patched up. Get that hole patched up, sis.
They are the perfect fit. And I'm just like, nope, these not going nowhere. Every now and again, I'll sit down and I'll hear like an additional rip. I'll be like,
once it gives way a little bit, then
yeah, I don't know where that was, but we're just gonna hope for the best, you know. So
girl, get them patched up. You'll be fine.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I mean, as long as
that's
you
the inside, it's the thigh, so it don't have to match.
Right, as long as there's no hole in the private areas, you should.
No, right. It went from inner thigh, and it's like it's gone like around the leg, so it's got like this U thing happening. So as long as the pants stay together, we're okay. But I'm about to lose, but yeah, so I'm probably gonna have to have something done to them at some point, but I'm not giving them away. I'll never give those away.
Okay. Oh, I just want to the S Desire, the Instagram account is S Desire brand.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. Because I could use a robe or two. So wait, so I have a question. Do you guys have like a gift that's on your list that you want to get yourself, whether it's for Christmas or upcoming, or did I steal your thunder, Sarita? I'm sorry.
No, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Oh, a plush bathrobe. That's on my.
That's a nice gift.
And some plush slippers.
Cool.
Something
furry. You like the furry ones?
Yes.
I like those.
I need a new bed. I need a whole bed. Like I need a whole bed with a framed mattress. I need like the whole bed.
Whole thing.
Yeah, it needs
the whole shebang.
Yeah, and I'm really into bedding and pillows. Ooh, so y'all know how much that can cost. So that's definitely a gift.
So do you have a bed? So do you have bedding that you prefer? Like I like West Elm, I like Target's sheets, stuff like that. So
yeah. There is yes, all of those stores, but there is it's not necessarily the thread count for me, it's the type of material, and it's like cotton / almost like satin, but it's really soft.
Yeah.
So
it's the bamboo sheets.
Yes.
Them sheets, and you can get them at Costco. Change lives.
So I need my sheets to be cold when I get in the bed. I don't want them to be. I have a thing about them being like they're already warm. I won't. That's so I can't do flannel. They have to actually be cool-ish when I get ready to lay in the bed. And you're right. Like I have to have some that are. And then I always end up with like a mattress that's like 12 to 14, something crazy, right? So it's always the deep pocket sheets, and I love going to like. So this is the subject I'm passionate about because I probably have more sheets than I absolutely need, but there's really no such thing in my opinion. But going to like places like Home Goods and stuff, I bought some really nice ones, but every now and again, 1 out of every 20 you buy is like wrong, like it's like the cut's wrong. Yeah. So you take a chance, but there's some that I've seen lately. Like I've been looking at like sheets online, and like there's like the super. Like the ones that are super expensive, and I'm always like, I want these, but if they don't do what these Target sheets do, then I'm gonna be upset.
Yeah. I was talking about when I move, I would get a new bed. Like my bed is nice. It's like those memory foam. But and I've been falling asleep on the sofa. I have to confess. And I realized that part of the reason why I do that is because my back and my feet are elevated, because I don't fall asleep on the full slope, but I do it on the love seat. And that's why I'm resistant in falling asleep on my bed, because I being too flat. So I said that when I get another mattress, it definitely would have to be the kind where I can elevate the head.
The adjustable ones, I think those are great.
Mhm.
I don't have anything adjustable, but last year, I think I was sleeping on one shoulder too much. Like all of my weight was on one shoulder, and one day I woke up and I could not lift my arm.
Yes,
I
that
was like,
happened.
God damn it! I was like, is this 40? What is going on?
Yes.
So
So now that hold on, Sarita, but wait till you get close to 50, then you are 40. That's when it gets like, oh yeah. So
Slow
I don't know,
down.
but they also say, I feel like the shelf life for a mattress, in my opinion, is about 5 years. That's what I think, right?
Okay.
So I've heard 10. I've heard 10, but I'm like, if you spend 8 to 10 hours in that bed, and if you have a partner in the bed with you, and that's for over a period of 5 years, no. I think it's about 5 years. So I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I need to get another mattress, and then there's a bed I want, but it's a CB2, and of course it's like one of the more expensive ones. So it's just like I'm gonna work it out though.
Yeah.
So
so what I was saying, like, I went to a chiropractor because it was my neck too. I was just a mess last year. And he was just like, yeah, you have to work on your posture, like the way you sleep. So anyway, I got this really expensive pillow, but it said a slant. You're supposed, it has a hole in the top. It's really hard to explain. If your arms are long enough, your arm goes through the hole and you sleep at a slant like that. But my arms aren't long enough. But anyway, it's fine. It's still a good pillow. So I have that. I have a regular pillow, and then I have the body pillow. So it's between my legs and under my arms. So I'm like, I am completely like wrapped the fuck up, but I got no pain. So, whatever works.
Yeah, it's the no pain thing. It's that no pain, so. But I'm a fan of everything.
Okay, so I have some after dark questions. This set of questions, the main question is, who would you sacrifice a fresh blowout for? So think about
that's asking a lot.
Okay, so I have some either ors. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
I was gonna say, give us something to work with.
I was gonna say, I have a list available in my brain, so I'm like,
right. Let's see if it matches my brain list.
Okay. The first either or is Mahershala Ali or Idris Elba.
Mahershala.
Okay.
Now, I probably know who this individual is, but what do they do? Who do they look like?
Mahershala, he was in Moonlight. He won the Oscar for Moonlight.
As the dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, him. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here you go. That's my answer too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Against the crowd.
Yeah. What, Idris for you?
Yes.
Okay. No, I understand. I get it.
There's no bad answer.
Yeah, it's
no,
true.
not with that one.
Yeah.
My thing is, I just always be looking back towards like, this was amazing, but I still want that too. Like over there, so.
Don Cheadle or Blair Underwood?
Blair Underwood.
Blair.
It's Don for me.
I gotta go with Don.
I've been on Blair since LA Law. We taking it back. Blair Underwood was cute then with that baby face, and
I've been obsessed with Don Cheadle.
I'm going with years. Don, and let me tell you why. Because Don has so many different levels to him, I think, and I feel like I would laugh a lot, and I have great dinner. He looks like he eats well.
Well,
we can take that a few ways.
I will
Next question. Moving on.
Move on.
All right, here we go. Morris Chestnut or Lance Gross?
Morris Chestnut.
Oh, Lance.
Okay.
Have you seen Lance lately?
Yeah, they're on the same shit.
Right. Have you? He is in his man body, and he's doing very well in his man body.
Yeah, they keep his shirt off on the show too.
And thank goodness for those producers.
But Morris Chestnut is aging beautifully.
He really is.
He's not aging. He's just years are passing, but not for him.
Yeah,
he's short, in my opinion.
Well, isn't Lance too?
Right. Aren't they the same height?
I think Lance is a little taller.
He is a little taller.
Let's look at Lance. I think Lance got to be about 5'10", or 5'11". I'll take it.
Tanisha, inches count.
Oh, Lance is 6 feet. Thanks.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And Morris Chestnut is what?
Yeah, he's
I
not.
think he's 5'10", 5'9".
Yeah, he's not that tall.
So, but inches do count, and not necessarily in height. So we'll just say that. We'll leave it there. So.
Well, wow. Okay.
Well, he can have my
Here's another
blowout.
Well,
Oops.
well, I mean, just all right. All right. Let me see if I can say his name right. Aldous Hodge or Jonathan Majors.
Both.
Yeah.
Aldous.
Like, listen,
Just
just
say both.
Okay, and
Mr.
what
Hodge.
did
Mr. Hodge
Mr.
got it.
what did
Huh?
Mr. Hodge play in? Who is he?
Girl, just Google him real quick. You gotta
Yeah,
see him.
just look at him.
Google him. Just-
But I mean, Aldous is because he's long-standing, and he's just but Jonathan Majors is like a different sort of thing. It's just like, Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
I dated a guy who looked like him, and I really used to like looking at him a lot.
Oh
It was
my.
Ooh.
Yeah. Do you see him?
How do you spell his name? His first name?
no, not anymore.
Oh,
Aldis.
Yeah.
Hodge,
Hodge.
Hodge.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm waiting for your reaction.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That
do you know-
smile. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
You
Him
know-
Yeah.
and his brother. Not bad.
You know who Jonathan Majors is, Leslie?
Oh yeah, I know who he is.
Okay. So which one?
I'm very familiar with that. I do like Mr. Majors more, but he is a very close second. Like,
Yeah.
I would not be upset. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Yeah, I can't choose between those two.
This sounds like both of them. BOFFUN, both of them. Just like
Oh,
both of them.
Tanisha, did you answer? I'm assuming you're gonna pick Aldous.
yeah, I did.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
You are
Next
correct.
one. Yeah. Lakeith Stansfield or William Catlett?
William who?
Just look him up.
Right, that's what I'm saying. William who?
Oh, Catlett.
I know the key.
They're both kind of earthy.
Oh, I like Mr. Lakeith.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Yeah, so-
Alexandria.
Yeah, he is from the area. Yep.
Yeah, so Lakeith is the choice, but Lakeith I really also think will ruin your life. So he just looks like that. But he's just,
I feel like he's running your bills up. He's running your electricity bill up. I feel like he eating all the groceries. He don't close the refrigerator door behind him. That's the key, but man.
Lakeith is full stress. He's just stressful.
Yeah.
I see the appeal in Lakeith, but I can't date dudes whose shoulders aren't wider than mine. He's really skinny.
Hey, fair enough.
He's really skinny. And William, I just watched in True Story with Kevin Hart, and I thought, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
That was such a good story.
Yeah, it was good. I was surprised.
I give it
how
up
much
to
I liked
Kevin
it.
Hart. I'm very proud of him. That was good.
I might have to go back and watch that because I didn't. I saw it and I was like,
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think
you got to watch it to the end though.
Yeah,
all
to
the way
the
to the
very
end.
the very end.
The
And
very
pay
end.
attention
You
to
can't-
pay attention to everything.
okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Will do.
Okay. No
All right.
spoilers.
Here we go. Last one. Kofi Cerebo or Trevante Rose?
Trevante.
That was fast. That was really
that
fast.
was like Jeopardy buzzer.
Trevante.
I mean, Kofi is beautiful. He has his appeal, but Trevante is just like, he's like the brother you weren't even expecting, and you look, like when you look crazy and you see him and you're like, Lord have mercy, I'm about to embarrass myself, and it's just okay. It's okay. Trevante is, ooh, Lord. Mm.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Trevante too. Leslie, what about you?
I'm still looking up Mr. Trevante.
Oh yeah.
What? Have you seen?
Again, Moonlight. Again,
Moonlight
Moonlight.
also.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I have.
The drive when he was wheeling the car.
Yeah, I'll go with him.
Okay.
Kofi looks
You know, I
like
like
he
a
could
broad
be
shoulder. Kofi is small.
but he
like
looks
he
like
would
he could be
be a-
annoying after a
Kofi,
while.
Kofi look like he'll ruin your life too.
Yeah, he looks like he get on your nerves. Like, go in the other room and watch the game.
Yeah.
Type of like, I don't want to be bothered.
Yeah. Yeah, you might be right about that.
All right, so that was my last one. If you guys have any other ones you want to throw out there.
No, I just have my general
Messing with Ralph.
I just have my general list of, if you see it, jump at it. Like, right? Like, it's like, wow. Yeah. So it's just like 2 or 3 on there. But there probably are more. I just have to really, pay attention. But yeah, there aren't many, but there's some where it's like, yeah, I'm about to risk it all today.
Yeah.
Let's call into work. Work? What job? I'm not work. No. What job? Today, the job will have to just be on hold for a second. Sorry to my job, but I love y'all, but it will be a sick day.
Damn that.
So.
There are plenty of jobs, but only one of him.
That's right. I'm like, if y'all saw the reason why I was calling in sick, y'all would fully understand what I was doing. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. So.
Okay, so we got a last handful of random questions. Here we go. Morning after carbs. Potatoes or grits?
Potatoes.
You said potatoes or grits?
Grits, yeah. Potatoes or grits?
Yeah, potatoes.
Potatoes.
Potatoes for me too.
Fried potatoes.
Because potatoes are easier to make. Grits need a little bit more. You can't really just put grits on a pot and then go lay back down. You kind of gotta watch them. And
who said you had to cook them? What if you ordered? I'm saying this is the morning after. This is the morning after with you and someone that you've chosen to spend the night with, and you just wake up and y'all order food. Say that. Not necessarily
I'm ordering grits though. That's not.
You ordering
or you going to the Waffle House,
right? In sweat.
Potatoes. Okay. Potatoes. Yeah. Okay. All right. I was thinking wake up, eat, bring back to the bed, but all right.
Oh,
go off.
Okay. All right. I don't know. They neck and neck. I didn't do either.
I honestly, I've done both together with a little bacon, little English muffin, or like some toast, right? Yeah. A good old egg. Man, it worked. It'll soak up all the liquor and the regret. So whatever.
There can't be too much regret. Y'all know
why. I was gonna say it's no regret.
Right. I mean, there might be.
You're not regretting it if you at the Waffle House, bright as them lights on.
Might be a little scotch, but it is what it is at this point. And another glass of champagne, we're good. It'll work out. Champagne with the coffee. At least that's what I did.
Favorite scent on a man?
Ooh. I like a really clean scent. I don't like that hard woodsy scent. Like I like it.
Yeah. I don't like woodsy.
Yeah. Like if he just came out the shower, that clean scent there.
Yep. I would agree with that.
I like I don't know what it's called. It's not woodsy or foresty, but it's like, I don't know. It's a men's cologne scent. Musky with a K, not with a T.
Okay.
So I'm with Leslie. I like them. So you're like whatever you naturally smell like fresh out of the shower is like a big thing for me. And then deep notes, like what they I don't know how to describe it. Some of them are woodsy, but they have like deep floral notes, things like that.
Yeah.
So I'm real specific about like some like colognes and how it works with chemistry. I love perfume. So like for me, a lot of times when a man has on something that really smells good or resonates, and then he doesn't necessarily have to have too much of it on, but he may have on just enough that if you get close enough to him and you're like, wait, what's that? Or the wind hits him. I'll never forget one of our problematic stars. I was at this event and he was like standing probably about 1.5 feet from me, and that air hit him and it wafted my way. Brother smelled like he was worth about $10 million. I will never forget that. And I just was like, this is what money does. Because I don't even know what this cologne is, but I know that it was like that $500 an ounce. If you like, it. So yeah, I'm big on the original scent plus the however your body works with that, but preferably like a deeper note.
Yeah.
And oh my God, I hate like men who don't know how to wear cologne. Where the scent is they leave the room and it's still in there. Like I want, as Ray said, I want to be able to like get up close enough to you to be like, ooh, he smells good. Like I don't want it 5 feet away and I'm like, oh my God, here he comes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of like the earthy sort of like cedar, almost like incense. Sense, but not too strong, like somewhere in the middle. Yeah, that's what I like. Yeah, I don't like real heavy colognes or like oils. Sometimes they just put on too much, and that mixed with like sometimes like male deodorant is strong also, so it's like too much going on.
Yeah,
I like the perfumes, like a lot of the, I think like a lot of the like Tom Ford's work on men real well. I think Joe Malone works on men as well, depending on where you are in that scent profile. There's that the La Maison Kurdistan is I'm messing that up because it's late, but the one that's like about $200 a perfume per se. I love that one. That's incredible on anybody, really. Actually, Bond is incredible. There's a whole list of stuff that. It's just really nice, I think, on men. I think they just have to figure out what it is that they like. But I know men have a tendency to just pick it up and spray. They don't really think about it. But I think the ones who are into it, they spend a little more time with it. And then I've never also understood, like I met a guy, he just didn't wear cologne. And it was upsetting for me. I was like, I don't.
So he just smelled like nothing or? Like
soap and water, which was fine. But I was just like, yeah, not really. Just
he didn't have no oil or nothing.
None of it. Just soap and
no Axe.
No. I was like, and then he wasn't even using a great soap. I was like, what is this? I was like, this isn't 1970. What are we doing, bro? What's that? Let's do something different. Can we just toss in a little bit of extra stuff there? No? Okay.
All right, next question. Sour cream and onion or salt and vinegar Utz?
Sour cream and onion.
Salt and vinegar.
Salt and vinegar for me.
Sweet dill pickle Utz.
What?
Yes.
I have never had those before.
I'm gonna get them.
Sweet.
I am going to find, and they're hard to find. I'm going to get them and I'm going to send them to all of you. And you are going to be like, thank you, Leslie, for changing my life. These are the best chips I've ever had.
So do you eat them just alone or do you eat them with something?
By themselves.
Okay.
They're sweet and salty at the same time. They are like sweet dill pickles.
Okay. That's interesting. All right. Okay, here we go. Next question. Name a red flag.
For men or for people or for my job?
This is however you want to answer this.
Oh, I got one. Cheap people. I can't stand cheap people. I cannot stand cheap people. It drives me crazy. Anyway, okay, that's fine.
Is it something specific that they're cheap about that bothers you?
Yeah, like if they're like, if you go out to eat with somebody and they're like scanning the menu and it's like you can't order, they're gonna try to circumvent. And here's the thing. I mean, I wasn't like that when I didn't I'm not saying I have any money now, but I have a little more than I used to have, right? 10 years ago. And so, but I wasn't even like that then when I was like really still on a really low budget. I knew that if I wanted to eat and that meal was going to be $25, then I was going to make sure I had enough and a tip. That just was how I worked. But yeah, it's almost like a lifestyle for some people, right? It's like a thing and it's just, they're just cheap. But when it comes down to food or nice things or experiences, vacationing, things like that, it's like, okay, I understand the budget concept, but there's a point when that sort of, we have to figure out, or do I need to cover it or whatever, but I don't want it to always dictate everything we do.
Yeah.
Like I've done it for the last 30 years. So
can I augment your statement?
Mm-hmm.
The cheapness in my mind comes in when they are always looking how to get over. Oh, she didn't bring the water. Oh, we're gonna take $5 off the bill.
Oh,
that is like, I understand everybody has a budget, right?
Right.
Everybody has a budget. Everybody's like, no, I can't afford that. But when you were always looking for, oh, okay, we're gonna get over this way or what have you. That is what, or when you pull out the calculator, and it's only 4 of us or 3 of us, that is when I'm like, I can't do that.
And here's the thing: if I had a friend, and this is the person if I have a friend and I know my friend is on a very strict budget or has a very limited budget, then I'm going to say, hey, let's go to dinner. I got you. I'm not even going to expect I don't have the expectation that you're going to cover this amount, because I feel like that's unfair. Right. But, but if you present yourself as like, oh, I'm this, I got this, and this, then we can't start nickel and diming when it comes time to like pay the bill or do stuff when maybe it was your idea, right? That like, I don't, I mean, I guess that it's just about a limit in, I think it's about how you approach it, right? I don't have a problem, again, with anybody on a budget, because Lord knows I'm on one. And if you have like limited resources, I have no issue with that, because I know what that is. We're all on limited resources for the most part, right? But so you can't, I'm not expecting us to be in Nobu blowing like $400, $500 on a dinner, right? That seems unrealistic. But when we're going someplace and we're going to breakfast, you might expect me to order the French toast plus that omelet. I'm going to do that. And if I need to cover it, I will, right? But I don't want to be worried that I can't order the French toast. Somebody gonna pay in here. One of us got it. And then, if I gotta cover it, then okay, fine. But then, somebody will get me later. It's on another breakfast or dinner. But yeah, it's a mindset. It's not about, like Leslie was saying, it's like that getting over where you don't tip people. I have a big thing about that, because I was always waiting tables or in some service industry and it was just like, if you don't tip, I have an issue. Like, well, she didn't say, don't have me getting, this is my, and especially if it's a spot I go to all the time, like, don't embarrass me. So
yeah,
cheap people. I don't do it.
Tanisha, what about you?
Red flag. Somebody doesn't have a good work ethic. That's and by work ethic, I mean don't really want to work, don't like anything, a little bit lazy. They'll never understand how I work. They'll never understand it, appreciate it. I hung out with this guy once who was trained to be an air traffic controller. He's like, oh, college wasn't for me, so I went to trade school and air traffic control. I'm like, oh, cool. So how did you get? He's like, man, they want you to get up so early in the morning. You be having to stand outside and, do all that stuff outside. Man, I'm just going to be the security guard and I could just sit here and watch DVDs all day.
Well, I feel secure.
Okay. Okay. But like his reasons for not liking the other job, not like the people, not their work, man, they want you to get up so early.
Right. Like I mean, going into the job, that's what they do, right? Like,
but also I found out, like, I was so there was this guy, I haven't met him yet, but I know of him. I was like, just looking and, I didn't realize air traffic controllers can make so much. You make a lot of money if you are, once you're ahead of the training and the curve, because it's such a high stress job, they pay you really well to do that. So no, it's a no for me, because like we can't get this house that you want to, apparently. Even if we could on my salary, you still have to be able to contribute. You got to be able to do something. So Tanisha's right, that hustle. You got to have some hustle.
Yeah, you got to have some hustle in you. That's what I mean. by the work
Yes,
ethic. You
yeah.
gotta have some hustle. It can't just be like, oh no, I'm gonna just work this job and sit down all day. No,
Yeah.
that's a red flag for me.
My red flag is people who you just met and they talk bad about other people.
Yeah, that's one.
That's you don't know me.
Yeah.
Why are you telling me all of this? So in my mind, I'm like, oh, they're gonna go run tell stuff about me.
Yeah.
Because they just feel so comfortable telling you all this stuff. Like, I don't think I'm that darn special. Yeah, I don't think I'm that special. I'm not your priest. So why are you telling
also
me?
Somebody who tells too much in the beginning?
Yes.
That's a red flag for me. I'm like, oh, so you still tell? Oh wow. Oh, there's more. Oh, all right.
I was about to say, like, I've done that on purpose. Like, if I've got someone and they're coming at me too hard, I will stop them in their tracks with something that I know will stop. Like, hold on, time out, fam. You know, like let's talk about, you know. And I've done that on purpose. It's almost like what they call a doorknob comment, where I'm about to shut this door. And the only problem is it doesn't always work because some folks be like, oh, okay, bet, that's good. Oh, wow. Now, so I'm just not interested. Then I just got to be like, I'm not it.
You like this one. Like,
right.
Man, I got I'm never calling you back. I'm not telling you why. You're getting nothing from me, never.
Yeah.
You know what else is a red flag now that we're saying, like, people who are mean? Like, you know, if I recognize like you're
mean for no reason. Yes.
Right. Like it's just like you're just mean or mean spirited, or like you have a lot of microaggressions that happen, or like, and along with that line is like, you know, how like you start pressing my buttons and you seem to enjoy it. I'll immediately stop talking to you. I don't deal with that. That's out.
Yeah. So I have two.
And luckily you find that out very quickly. If someone is like that is apparent soon. You don't have to wait this long period of time. Like, man, I didn't even know they was like this. No, they was like that the first, second, and third.
One of my major ones.
Sorry, Sarita, you were saying.
That's okay. One of my major ones is people who are opportunists. And I say that because I've been in situations, and actually this happened last week, where you don't really know who I am or what I do. So you're not paying me any mind. Your back is towards me. You don't want to speak, blah, blah, blah. But then somebody else near me says, oh, do you know Sarita? Da, 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 she does this. And now you're all on my, you're all on me.
On your tip.
And I can't stand that, because we're in a circle. We're in a small circle, and you don't even look my way to introduce yourself when everybody is introducing themselves, because you think I have nothing to offer you.
Yeah.
So that's one of my biggest pet peeves.
Keep that energy.
It's a red flag. It's a big red flag for me. Also, people who aren't present enough and always on their phone. It's not just young people, because a lot of people my age do it. They can't seem to catch, and to me it's incredibly hard to talk to. So
yeah, I would agree. You know what, it's always been so interesting to me, and I talk to our Soka mom about this often, right, is good old Eva, and I'm like, it's interesting because people really underestimate people, and that's one of those things where I have a problem with it, because you don't know who you're talking to, or who you're ignoring, or who you're like sort of like, oh, they're not important because such and such doesn't, or whatever. But when they see the person they're trying to get to knows you, all of a sudden now you're the most critical person in the room. No, like Tanisha said, you keep that same energy. We're good. I'm not interested in talking. I'll be cordial with you, but you'll never get close to me at that point.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm with you on that one,
Yep. And Leslie, I'll tell you who did that to me when we get off this.
I figured.
Send it in the chat. I'm ready to know.
I'm about to say my memory is long on people who are mean or anything else. I'll never forget this. This happened many years ago. It was when Obama was running. He began running for office, and I was at one of these sort of caucus like prayer breakfasts, right? And was at a table invited by a family member, and there was another African-American female vice president, who was there from one of the major corporations. I think she was at the table, and she had 2 other young women with her. My family member introduces me, and so there comes a time, but Mrs. Obama is speaking at the event. And there was a point where they were like, hey, she's going to do pictures, stuff like that. So of course they had Secret Service with them, the whole thing. And I'll never forget this. And I know exactly who she is. And I've been waiting because I'll catch her one day. But they got through security and she could have grabbed me, but she let the door slam on me. And I will never forget that moment because it was one of those moments that you always remember for everything in life right after that. And I couldn't even tell my family member because I knew that she was going to create like the biggest scene possible. And I was like, I'm going to hold on this one. And when I had to tell her the story, she was like, you held that all this time? I said, I did because I know how you would react. And there was also Secret Service there. I would have never got back. Like we would never have been okay at that point. So, but it's things like that when people do stuff like that. But I know who she is, and I always think there's always a day, right? When you get a chance to be like, no, nope. And, so Joe Pesci was known for that. They say like he's feared in Hollywood. Like if you turned him down before he became Joe Pesci for real, they said that he would have you escorted off the set if you were like trying to work on the film. So they were like, no, he was like, nope, get him off the set. I was like, don't piss Joe off. I ain't mad though. Not mad. So, I mean, yeah, I'm not a fan. I don't like that.
Yeah. All right, next question. If you were to eat cereal in bed again after one of your morning afters, what cereal would it be?
Frosted Flakes.
Okay.
Or Crunch Berries. Take from that what you need to.
It's Golden Grams for me. Golden Grams all day.
Like Special K with the berries because I like it.
Those are tasty.
Yeah, those are cute.
Fiber rich. Okay.
Not fiber rich. I love it.
Leslie, what about you?
Do y'all eat cereal still on a regular basis?
I don't.
I don't either. That's the thing. That's why I was like, wait, what? What I have?
I know you guys are gonna make fun of me.
Oh gosh, what you gonna say? Cream or sweet?
I really don't eat cereal.
Don't know any cereals.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
We'll put that up there with your ice cream.
Yeah.
Wait, you don't eat ice cream, Leslie?
Nope.
I don't eat ice cream.
Gelato?
I don't like the cold sensation. The cold and custard, the combination of the two. I don't like that.
So it's like a texture thing. Okay.
It's a texture thing. Yeah.
Have you always been like that? Like, cause what?
No.
Okay.
I remember eating ice cream in high school and growing up, but then later on, it just was not pleasing.
Interesting.
So no gelato either?
Yeah, and you know what? I haven't even tried it because I just assume that it's the same consistency.
No, gelato's a little depending on where you get it. I think it can be a little bit different, but
I might try. I'll try it and see.
And it's better flavors. I feel like
I was
there's a
about
lot
to say
of gelato.
it's a lot more flavor. Yeah.
Okay, I'll try to see.
It's richer. It's just I love gelato.
All right, last question, ladies. As 2021 concludes, what are you taking a shot of? It's been a year.
What's the question again?
As 2021 concludes, what are you going to take a shot of?
As in, like, to do in 2022?
Take it how you want.
How you wrapping up the year? Like it's New Year's Eve. Yeah, it's New Year's Eve. What are you going to take a shot of?
Oh, a shot of. Okay, thank you. Okay, yes.
Oh, I'm nervous of what you thought she said.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't know.
imagination.
I'll ask you offline what you thought I meant.
I thought you
Oh my
meant
God.
more like,
Like a picture?
no, more of like a shot of like, what are you going to try to do differently? That not like a
like shoot your
beverage shot.
Like
Yes.
shoot your shot. Oh, got you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
I think I would have the tequila.
Okay, tequila, whiskey for me.
I've never taken a shot of whiskey.
So I think it would probably be less of a shot and more of it, like maybe the size of a shot, but I sip it slowly just
Got you.
because, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I might go
Take my
to
time
this
in
year.
2022.
It might be a whiskey.
Okay. For me, I have a friend who makes infused juices, herbal infused juices.
You drinking juice?
Oh,
No.
Herbal.
No. Listen.
It's special juices.
Herbal.
That's I'm like, you drinking juice?
Yeah. Herbal infused juices. Like we had one, and whatever type of herb or strand of herb is in there relaxes you. So man, when I tell you I slept like a baby. Yeah. So and that was just off one sip. So we are going to take a shot of I don't know, let's just say pineapple juice. That's what I have.
Okay. And
I
where's the
might
plug
need
friends
to get that.
business? I like it.
Yes.
I might need to get that information.
Yes, and I will, for those listening, I will put her Instagram in the description box.
that would be great.
Yeah, send it to y'all too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I feel like a bottle of champagne, a shot of whiskey.
Yeah.
A little whiskey inside the champagne.
Mm.
You know.
That
Like
what is that called? Because I
75?
know the whiskey inside the a beer is called a Baltimore Zoo.
Oh, that.
But what is
That's
the
zoo in Baltimore? Okay.
it's a Baltimore Zoo. It's really, the first time I had it was at Tacoma Station, where you take a shot of Jack Daniels and drop it in
Tacoma Station.
a beer,
Wow.
and then you
The strongest Long Island iced teas ever.
it was the best.
Yeah, I forgot there's like, it's not, I can't remember what the name of it is, but the first person I saw do it was my dad. And he would put like either like a bourbon or a cognac in champagne.
Yeah.
So now he does tequila. So in the champagne. So I'm like, okay.
Oh, I might try that.
Well, that's all a French 75 is, just with a little bit of lemon juice. But yeah, that sounds really good though.
Yeah, I think it's like
Save
a modified.
save the
I
lemon
think it is
juice.
a mod. I was gonna say French 75. I wasn't sure. It is like a modified version of that. So like he's been doing like tequila with champagne, you know, being an innovator that he is, right? So yeah, but that's how I figured it out, because he had it one time and I was like, oh, I can put a whiskey or cognac or something in like just enough of it in a champagne and it changes the whole. Because I mean, but also that people put Chambord and all these other liqueurs, right, in champagne too. So you know.
Well, all right, ladies. That was our show.
That was the show. That's it.
That was the show. That is it.
All right. Good night.
Thank you for joining.
What time is it?
Tanisha has work to do.
It's like
No, Tanisha's going to bed. It's 1.
Okay, it's 1. Okay.
I'll stop recording now. All right. Happy holidays.
Oh, bye, everybody.
See you guys.
You also have to take us off alive.